Hey Sam, how's it going?
Good.
Good
Ed, how
to
are you
see you
doing?
again.
Good to
Great.
see you.
Good to see you. So how's it been going since the last lesson we had?
It's still working. It's always a work in progress,
Okay,
right?
Good. So you've been getting some practice time in?
Not a lot, unfortunately. I've been getting a little bit, but
Okay. Oh,
you know, it's one of those things. I'm not always sure what I need to practice.
Okay. Well, I know last lesson when we left off, you were talking about you wanted to kind of change your ball flight a little bit, right? You wanted to be able to kind of work the ball a little bit.
Yep.
So I figured today will be a
Flight
perfect
it.
time.
Work.
Yeah, we'll kind of talk about, how to get some shots going to the right and how to get some shots going to the left, okay? So if you want to step over here for a sec, I'll
Sure.
just kind of talk about what I want you to do. So basically your normal shot, right, when we talked about is you kind of fade the ball a little bit, right? Or you get those kind of pushes
Yeah,
a little bit.
The fairy fade, the push block.
Exactly, okay, so to hit a fade, what I want you to do today is I want you to set the face of your club at your target, or basically your end point,
Yeah.
okay? And then I want you to get your feet lined up to the left, so your face of your club is at your target,
Okay.
feet line are left, and then I want you to swing along your feet line.
Okay.
So by having the face essentially open, right, because it's at your target,
Right.
and swinging along your feet, you'll create that cut shot or the
Oh,
shot to
okay,
the
yeah,
right.
yep.
Okay. So I'll have you hit a couple of those, and then we'll talk about, kind of trying to draw the ball or getting it to go to
You
the
said
left.
the face at the target, right?
Yeah. So basically, the club face is going to be where you want the ball to end, and then your feet is basically going to be kind of where you want it to start.
So about like so? Is that
That's
about
great.
right?
Yeah. And then you're
Okay.
just going to swing along the feet line.
On the feet line.
Good. And you can see that goes a little to the right, right?
A little.
A little bit of a fade. Yeah. Nothing drastic, but not bad. Okay. So now let's talk about the draw.
Okay.
So same type of thing. You're gonna have the club face at the target,
Okay.
and then you're gonna have your feet basically pointing where you want the ball to start. And then the same thing, we swing along our feet line, which is gonna generate that inside path
Right.
to get the ball to start to curve to the left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're a good enough player that
Hit my-
just these little types of things are gonna start to give you a little more, different shots to hit while you're playing. So you're not so.
So let's
I mean,
do
you hit
this.
it pretty straight as it is. So
Club at the target, right?
club at the target, and then you want your feet. You almost like you drop your right foot back,
Yep.
so it feels like you're this way.
About like so?
And then maybe even a little more. Let's really try to crank one to the left, and then just swing along the feet, and that thing will turn over. Good. And you can see that shot fell to the left.
Yeah. All right.
So that's something where you're not really necessarily, some people, when they hit fades or draws, they talk about, well, I'm going to leave the face open and that kind of thing. Well, this isn't, you don't have to do anything. You
Right.
just club at the target, change your feet alignment a little bit, and then
Yep.
swing along your feet, okay?
All right. Great.
So why don't you hit a couple more, and we'll kind of practice that for a little bit.